Legendary and Raid Shadow Legends. I am not alone. I am freaking psyched for this one. I'm joined by VictorTES. Victor, welcome to the channel, bro. How you doing?
Hi, great. Thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, dude, I'm thrilled to have you on, man. You just set record after record after record. It's like another one, another one, another one. You are the clan boss and Hydra clan boss, both clan boss, just guru in this game. And you did something absurdly nasty, man. You got this disgusting slash amazing team that you uploaded a video on. And instead of just talking about your video, I had to have you on the channel and talk to you directly about this record, man. And I'm just gonna show it, show the squad. It's the Infinity Shield team, essentially, like the old school, not old school, but it's been around for a couple of years, I guess.
Yeah.
On Demon Lord, same sort of idea with Corpulent Cadaver abusing that A1 with the Brogni Shield, also using like Lanicus, the shows and stuff like that. I almost, it's probably on the thumbnail or in the title anyway. So you scored, what is it, 8 billion damage? Is that correct?
That's it. That's it.
Oh my God. First of
A
all,
nightmare.
I have so much to ask you about, right? So, because even for my viewers who don't look at the number, man, I'm gonna move you to look at that. Look at that number. I have so many questions about this team and just about Hydra in general. Look at the shield; it's just like full meter, and he's hitting for what, like a million damage per. Like, what is he hitting for per hit?
More. He's reaching 60 millions at the end because this
60
is a
million
snowball. Yeah.
per
No,
hit.
60.
60,
Now
yeah.
I think, yes, now I think it's close to 30 or so.
Oh
But
my God. So,
yes, now it's 30. Yeah.
so this is Hydra Clash, by the way. This is the big. I'm assuming your clan's winning, correct?
Without my keys, I'm waiting only for the
Okay.
last resort to do
Okay.
it.
Okay. Look at you. I love to. I'm blocking you on the in the live stream or whatever. You're just laid back, chilling, just like collecting the damage. I have to ask you. Yeah, right. There's two of you. I have to ask you first, man. And we'll keep coming back to this. This is insane. I mean,
Mhm.
basically, he just alternates between the Hydra heads and make sure they're all dead all the time for the most part, decapitated, right? Uh,
Yeah.
I want to start by asking, like, why was it now that this team was discovered? It works. Why wasn't it immediately, upon the release of Hydra? What were the challenges that Hydra presents that Demon Spawn didn't when it comes to pulling a team like this off? And you can see 4.5 billion damage with
Mhm.
Corpulent Cadaver.
That's it. I think the config of that team is not easy. It's hard, and also you have to change a lot of gear. You have now we have something so great. Is the new gear, the hex in the gear, is awesome. Then it's hard, but now with the new mechanics, with the new great hole, with the new ascents, now you can reach that because the line between doing that damage and doing nothing is only about one stat. It's so hard because you have to make the snowball, and then your damage will go high. But if you don't manage to do that damage, the hydras will respawn again faster, and then you will be it, and then it's nothing.
Okay. Are you able to? I'm very curious. Anybody who has this team, right? All these. Let me just start with this: are two
Mhm.
Yumekos required for this team?
To do it that high, yes,
Okay.
because they refresh you need the E2 in Brogni, and then you can do that without that with reflex and refresh gear, but it's harder.
Okay, okay. Then I'm going to assume that 99%, 99.9% of people can't actually build the team. Maybe not. Maybe a few can watching. So I will include, a link to your video into the stats threshold and stuff. But I
Yeah.
actually want to start. I have so many questions. I want to start just on Corpulent Cadaver and Brogni, right? Because a
Mhm.
lot of players might have Brogni and Corpulent Cadaver. Corpulent Cadaver is a rare undead horde HP based champion.
Mhm.
Otherwise, pretty underwhelming, but is known for the extra damage with shield. Brogni can grow shield. That's the basis of an Infinity team.
Yeah.
If you have Brogni and Corpulent Cadaver, I'm not talking about billions of damage. I'm not even talking about anything. I'm just talking about maybe a one key, right? Are
Yeah.
there ways to work these two in Hydra for your average player to get one key, with just Corpulent and Brogni?
Uh, Maybe not.
Okay,
Maybe
okay.
not, because um you see, this is like a hill. You need that damage to be that high. You need a Broccoli +4, maybe. You have to deal maybe AoE of like 300k, and then you can manage to get the damage, the shield, to make the insta kill in one hit. If not,
Ah,
you will be consumed about that. It's impossible to do that. Because
okay.
of that, we did that in normal, also in hard, but in nightmare now, with all the gear, now it's possible to do that. Maybe in normal, yes, because in normal you can, maybe you can manage to control the hydras, but it's hard, so hard in high difficulties.
Okay, so props to the team, but I do want to shift the conversation because I don't want people to be discouraged that they can't make the team or pull off any of the numbers. But
Yep.
again, I would refer people and I would link your video, where you obviously talk a lot about the team. It's a 41-minute video.
Yeah.
So I want to get your thoughts. I want to like zoom or rewind way back to the beginning of the conversation.
Hmm.
I really want to, even without Clan Boss, without Hydra, because I look at you, and I know a lot of people do too, as like one of the brilliant strategic minds of all Raid Shadow Legends. Like you theory craft, you put in the time and the work and the numbers and the math, and it's a passion for you. So from
Yeah.
someone with your beautiful mind, right? What
Thanks.
do you do in terms of excuse me? How do you feel about the game right now? Like the state of the game?
I think the game is running well. Now is better. I think the quality of life here is very important. The time you have to spend in the game is so high. Of course, you can play that like casual, and it's okay. It's like any game. You can play 1 hour, 2 hours, and it's okay. But if you are going to do something high, if you want to go high end, you want to be one of the top in a PvP, maybe in Hydra, maybe in Clan Boss, you need a lot of time. Of course, that auto keys in Clan Boss is huge for us,
Yeah,
because
auto keys were quick
this
battles.
is
Yeah.
really good.
Oh yeah. Oh
Al-
yeah.
Also, the capability to search, to find your champion faster, the capability to know how is your sets, your team, your caps. All this is great. Now is better than 6 months ago. But I think uh, this is still you also have to spend a lot of time here. Then anything they change about improving the quality of life is it's perfect for us. Then, but I think now the game is great. Maybe we need more variability of champions, maybe new metas, maybe, because if you see in PvP you only have 10 champions. If
Yeah.
you go to Clan Boss, all the teams are the same. If you go now to the Hydra, it's all about Acrisia. And now with that Infinity team, maybe there is another way to make the Hydra, but this is not easy, because you put a Acrisia in any team and it's working. If you put a Corporate Caliber, you will make nothing.
Yep.
Then we need maybe a little bit more more meta, more champions to do.
I agree, and I love that you actually are positive about the game. We don't get that a lot here, so
Yeah,
I really appreciate that. Honestly, that perspective,
yeah.
especially from someone like yourself. How can your average player, like this is kind of it might be an unfair question. I'm not sure if you thought about this much, but how, your
Hmm.
average player, maybe they spend I don't know like $50 a month, the U.S. or whatever. Like, uh,
Hmm.
how can or free to play? How can your average player improve their damage? What should they be focused on in either regular clan boss or Hydra clan boss? I guess Hydra, because that's kind of the topic of today's video. Are there
Hmm.
specific champions that you feel like are underrated, or specific strategies or combinations, or even skills on a
Hmm.
champion that you feel like are undervalued? Whether they be a debuff or a buff or whatever.
I think now all the metas about max HP champions. It's okay because we have also rares, epic champions with that.
Yep.
But the difficulty here is to manage all the healths with a lot of RNG there. Then you need a high resistance, a high accuracy, a high control of anything. Then I think an average player can see that frustrating. It's hard to have a perfect team to maybe avoid any RNG you can get. But maybe now with the new Great Hall, with maybe with the new Ascensions, I think the people will see the Hydra more funny, because it's not funny when you go maybe play 10 turns and then the Hydra destroys you. only with one fail, and then the Hydra will destroy your team. It's like I think it's frustrating now.
Totally understand that. Are there any
Yeah.
champions that you particularly like that maybe are a little bit more off meta outside of the Infinity Shield?
Any attack, I think any damage dealer. Um, for example, you can go with Cupidus, and Cupidus is great, but you have to go to normal. You have to go maybe hard, but not brutal, not nightmare. Maybe we need that champions running also in higher difficulties, because now it's only about max HP and maybe something like HP burn. Then it's nothing more than. Of course, you have Humancer, you have another mechanic, but this is not the normal, you know.
Okay.
Maybe something like pure damage dealer doing well.
What do you think about, selfishly, Victor? I would be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to. What do you think about my Hydra team? My Hydra teams, real quick. You don't need to do a full breakdown, but what do you think of this? Is my Nightmare team? What do you
Yeah.
think? Okay. Would you make any
It's
changes here?
no, it's
Okay.
it's okay because now you have the control, you have the speed, you have the molly, you have the provoke with the taunt, of course.
Yeah.
Michinaki is huge. For sure, this is a top five. Acrisia is perfect. Kantra is
Okay.
also a good control. It's a good team. I like it.
Okay.
Maybe
Second
with
team.
more Acrisias.
Yeah, well,
Second
I
team.
only have one. But
Yeah,
second team, I do have Cupidus
that's it.
on brutal right now, but again carried by OP champions everywhere, right?
Yeah,
Uh, and then the third team, I'm just kind of messing around with, but it's basically just a Trunda team. It's nothing too crazy. Trunda,
that's it.
yeah, yeah,
Chanda with
right.
their friends or
She's
maybe with
amazing.
group talk. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So okay, so enough about me. Who cares about my stuff? I want to get your thought on uh Great Hall. You mentioned the new area bonuses and stuff like that. What do you
Mhm.
advise people, especially on Hydra and Demon Lord? What should they be going for in terms of priorities?
I think the first point here is reaching the cap in resistance and also the accuracy because
Okay,
it's not that easy. You need one anchor, man. You need one. Yeah, maybe no, because now you have the set, you have the team, you have a Chris, you have a lot of things.
sure,
But
but if you're not,
if you
yeah,
if you are going at the start of the game, of course the speed is also important, but you can get the cap easy. The damage is like to maximize your keys. The ignore defense is also good, but you have to cap your resistance and your accuracy because without that the Hydra will destroy you maybe in 2 turns. I
okay,
think it's a good point. Then I should go to maybe increase your critical damage to get the caps. But if you are running in max HP champions, the cap is also easy to get. You know,
true.
the
Okay,
speed. I think the speed is also good. Yeah,
speed too. Yeah, I think that's where I'm
yeah,
gonna go. Continue to go on Hydra personally.
yeah.
Uh, okay, cool. I wanted to ask, what is your favorite blessing for Hydra? What is your blessing strategy for Hydra?
I think cruelty is awesome for me. I think is the best because that extra ignoring defense is huge, and also when uh yeah, I think I used to use something strange. This is like a pro. I don't remember the name. It's like a proc to remove your debuffs.
Oh, like Indomitable Spirit or Dark, whatever, Dark Resolve.
Yes, something like that. You have
Yeah,
also the epic option because sometimes when you get when you have the fear, you have that control. It's hard to manage how to beat the champion or how to save your champion to be digested. And that's frustrating.
yeah.
Then okay, it's a little percentage to do that, but when it procs, you feel like okay, I have the control of that.
Okay, absolutely. I just out of curiosity, I think like most people probably aren't in this position, but some people are starting to get even like free to plays. My artist, by the way, massive fan of yours. I want to give him a shout out, Sir Henry. He's the one who's like, dude, you got to get Victor on. So I want to give you a shout out there.
Thanks.
But 6 star. So he actually just pulled the 6 star blessing, right? And in only 6 star, do you think that
Yeah,
crushing rend makes sense to go over cruelty when
yeah,
every hit is ignoring?
Yes, for sure. The
Got
six
you,
star,
got you.
yes, the crashing range is the best. I don't have 6 star in Brockney. I hope sometime I can take that in a near future. But it's huge because this is in any hit. It's too much.
Yeah, yeah, okay, cool. I
Mm.
agree. Don't nerf it though, Claren.
No, 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 please, please,
Yeah,
sorry.
no, yeah. Artifact sets. What are your
Mhm.
favorite sets to run? Specifically, I guess in your DPS to start with. I'm like kind of an all relentless guy as much as I can get on any champion. What about you?
Mhm.
Like, what are you putting? What sets are you putting on your damage dealers, your support, etc.?
My Acrisias are running with Relentless also because you
Okay.
need a lot of turns down. It's a lot of damage. It's direct damage. But sometimes, if you reach the limit of 1500 turns, this is a problem. Then your
Mm.
supports must be more effective. Maybe with the reflex is a good option. Another way, maybe with speed, maybe to reach the 300 speed. Then uh, it's all about your whole team. The hex is huge. I really love that. Yeah, the new one, the new rework. Hex
Yeah,
is also good.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I think that is my team. It's all about reflex, relentless, and also the hex.
Absolutely. I wanted to go back and circle to the Infinity Shield team. Do you,
Yeah.
this is going to be a controversial even question to ask, but I know it's going to be all over the comments, so I got to ask it, bro.
Oh
Uh,
no.
do you think they're going to nerf this, especially with the Hydra clash, just how much damage it is and how it can like affect that tournament? Do you think that Plarium will make a move to nerf Corpulent Cadaver, how he works specifically? Uh, Also keeping in mind the repercussions, because a lot of people have built a Corpulent Cadaver team for Demon Lord as well.
For that. Of course, they have to make something for sure because the snowball here is too high. Then this is exponential. This is all about how they program the game. The problem is you have Brogni with no limit increasing the shield, and also you have a champion, a normal champion. That rate is has nothing special, but that 30% with something with infinity shield is huge. Imagine that with maybe one champion increasing infinitely your attack, and then you have a champion that every time you increase the attack, the damage goes to the moon. Then it's all about how they change the game to make that normal or normalized. Of course, when you are running your Clambos team, uh, no matter if you make 3 billions, 5 millions is the same. When you have a competition like that, your damage, yes, increasing your damage, but maybe that change is a new meta in the game. As 2 years ago with the Infinity Shields, the normal clan boss teams should be like 300 millions, 400, and then Infinity Shield, you go to billions. It's a change. With Hydra, it was the same. When we ran Husk and also Royal Guards, then with Acrisia, it was like auto and doing everything in one key, instant with any champion. Mm, Maybe now this is a new way to run the Hydra, but of course the final point system I think is broken. I talk about that in my video. Maybe they have to change that like a poll, and the first one will always take, imagine, 100 points, 200 points. Then
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
the same if you have 3 billion, 30 billions, 1 trillion. It's the same because you are the first.
I actually
You
really
know,
like that idea because it doesn't penalize a strategy. You're not punishing people who are using
that's
like
it.
a viable champion combination they're already aware of.
That's it.
But you're right. It's not like, okay, because I can score 100 times more damage than you have no chance in this competition at all. You're right.
That's it.
Uh, I'm curious, where do you think they ought to go next in terms of clan boss in the game? Do you think they, obviously there's this mystery clan boss over here, the great in the
Oh,
great void. I don't know if
yeah.
that would probably be 2026 by the time that we get that, right? Who knows? But
Well,
what are you looking for out of clan boss, or maybe just in general from the game? Like what do you feel like is missing in terms of something that you feel like will improve player retention for years to come?
it's hard because I think the game now is complete. You feel anything you are waiting for, the game is improving that. um, with the plus maybe champions 4, 6, the ascensions. You have like more gear. You have also the mythicals. Then the game is improving well. Maybe another place to make the PvP more real. Not the
Yes.
PvP, the clan versus clan, the competition. Because if you run versus the versus the computer, you will not feel comfortable. You have to play with people. Then we need something cooperative. This is huge. That Hydra class is huge. I think they will change something. Maybe another boss, another clan boss with more clan team, like cooperation to I don't know. Maybe it's something like cooperative boss with going back to the clan boss when you had to control your keys, you have to reach the damage, you have to I
Work
don't know.
together. Yeah,
Yes,
like
work
yeah,
together.
yeah.
This is a cooperative game. Then I think this is the point.
Do you play any other mobile games at all?
Yes, but not that high. I'm playing one game is the name is Black Deck. It's similar like the Rise of Legends, but with cards.
Oh, okay,
It's
cool.
fun. Another one with a strategy. Yeah, I play games, but my main focus is, of course, is
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't have more time with that.
Right, right, right. Same. I hear you there. Okay, I wanted to. My idea on that last question that I asked you, I made a whole
Mhm,
video talking about basically, I want to see exactly what you mentioned in terms of a way to work together as a clan. Like the reason I asked you about other games, 'cause I started out covering 9 years ago, almost 10 years ago now, Clash of
mm.
Clans, right?
Yeah, I
And
like it.
when they made like clan versus clan, and there was some sort of like even matchmaking process, it just improved everything from a social, from every standpoint, right?
Yeah.
And in addition to that too, like I like a live PvP. Do you enjoy a live PvP or no?
I enjoyed that, but now I feel a little bit frustrating because it's okay, you can manage to play with the top 10 champions, but
Yeah.
without of that, without the six blessing, without all, it's hard. Because now everything is for six.
Yep.
It's like, okay, I can do nothing without that. Yeah,
No, I
it's hard.
agree 1,000%, and that's why I think for me, my biggest ask is, and I don't know if Planner would ever do it, Victor. Like we all know who we're dealing with here, bro. But I feel that I would love to see some sort of a way that like everybody has an even playing field, right?
Yeah.
I know it's a lot to ask. I know like it will probably pie in the sky, but like there's gonna be
Mhm.
some tournament level standard type thing so that we can have fun events and drafts or whatever. Being able to use niche champions, not having to have all the OP gear, everything ascended, everything +4 all the time, you know? So like I think it doesn't need to dominate the game. It doesn't need to take the game over. It doesn't need to be, you know, the highlight of Raid Shadow Legends. But I feel like to really build that robust community, there needs to be a way to compete with other clans and
Mhm.
also like some way to even the playing field. Because to your point, I mean, not that there's not strategy involved in top PvP, top anything in
Mhm.
this game. There's a ton of strategy involved. But at the
Yeah.
same time, you have to have the champions and you have to have the gear. And you have to have, like, to your point earlier with the Infinity Shield. And like that can be frustrating to, you know, to know that you're never gonna have a shot because you're not gonna drop whatever $50,000 on this game, you know? So if they
Yeah.
had that element in the game, then I feel like this game does. I agree with you. I think it's the best gotcha game out there, and it's going to have
Mhm.
a long, like
Also.
really nice future. But without
Uh-huh.
that, I'm kind of worried, you know, because to your point, people are just going to get discouraged in time, you know.
Yeah, I think that's also good. Maybe new ways of competition. Also in Clash Royale, you have a limit. You can go to the tournament, and this is you have a cap. You only
Yes,
can get maybe only two legendaries in your team. Maybe something
I
with
like that.
reseted players without any plus anything. Something to see the strategy, the 1-1 player, not one overpowered versus you have to smash everything. No, maybe this is fun. This is funny. Also, you need the you can maybe match with your friends. Maybe you have to make a private tournaments with your community. This is fun because the people want to play and enjoy the game, not only like a task. Something fun, and the people has a lot of imagination to make that.
I 1,000% agree, and I'm interested that you said that because I mentioned this on my other channel like yesterday. But dude, I want a way to. I like at first I hated rare only secret rooms. I was like, dude, another stupid plarium move where they're forcing us to max out crappy champions after we get the good champions. But now I
Doesn't
actually love the rare only secret rooms, because I like investing in niche champions, trying to use strategy to actually with not having all just the OP champions in the game. That's fun to me. So I love the idea of maybe live PvP is the answer to some extent, but maybe to your point, it's just having different modes. Only rares, only whatever. Maybe that will bring out more strategy and opportunity for other people to compete as well.
yeah.
All right,
I
but
think
dude, we've taken a lot of your time. I know it's getting late over there, so I really appreciate you jumping on with me, dude.
it's a pleasure.
Congratulations on another world record. How many do you hold right? Do you even know? I don't even know if that's a thing.
I don't think, but I love that because this is challenging.
Yeah.
Everything is new. I think, okay, we made the road, and then, okay, of course, there are a lot of people with a lot of champions with +4, +6, plus everything,
Yep.
and they for sure make that higher. It's normal. But I like to think that I love to go to the test server, try things, new strategic, new things, and of course, any new place, I want to maximize the damage and maybe see the limits.
I love that, man.
I enjoy that. I really enjoy
You
that.
really
My streams are
do.
that.
To your point, you really do pave the way for everybody else, right? Like we're
Yeah.
able to piece together what we can make out of what you do. So you're the
Yeah.
goat, man. When it comes to strategy in this game, you're the goat. Keep doing what you do. I'll link all your stuff. Unless you speak Spanish, you might not be able to understand everything, but you can definitely get
Yeah.
inspiration from everything. So I'll link all your stuff. Victor, thank you so much for giving me some of your time today. I appreciate it, man.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
All
Nice to
right.
meet you.
No problem. That's going to do it for the video, guys. Check out all Victor stuff, as I mentioned in the show notes below. Thanks for watching all the way till the end. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.